Should I re-ask the question?
No, you asked if anybody had seen any cults, and then I believe Talmon and Keldith were giving us an answer.
Yep, it's cults and a demon activity.
And then there was a response, I believe Chaos was going to answer that there's like 7 or 17 other groups, and then he cut out.
There are 12 other adventuring parties here.
There's a total of 14 event parties.
Each one of them provides their own experiences. The Gilded Compass says that they have what they call the Salt Ledger incidents. While mapping a sunken ruin, the party uncovered a trade cult cataloging sacrifices as shipping losses. They sealed the vault and turned the records over to the Concord of Banners, minus 3 pages that one of them quietly burned. Tamor once detected a demon-tainted ley junction that suddenly altered navigation magic. The party withdrew rather than cleanse it, marking the site as active and do not engage. The party, named Ash and Oath, has what they called the Choir of Chains. The party dismantled a cult that used enslaved petitioners to sing infernal invocations. Kale executed the cult leaders publicly, and Nissa made sure none escaped justice or memory. And Eldrick, during a raid, recognized a summoning circle identical to the one tied to his own pact. The demon refused to manifest, addressing Eldrick only as the one who already paid. The Laughing Wake has what they called the Drowned Laugh. In a river delta, the party stole cargo from smugglers, only to learn it was a tithe to a drowned demon. The demon surfaced briefly, laughed, and let them go. Their captain, Jorah, insists that was worse than the fight. And Elian, their sea elf, once cleansed a coastal village of subtle cult influence, discovering that the townsfolk had been marking tides with blood for generations, without knowing why. The Umbral Accord erased a demon-worshipping intelligence cell embedded in a city archive. No one noticed except for the demon, who now watches Brother Keth in prayer. And Cirrus assassinated a cult prophet whose true name erased itself from memory upon death. The Cirrus keeps a blank page in their records where the name should be. The Stonebound Circle, the group of druids, confirmed a mountain shrine was actually a seal of a buried demon lord. The Circle reinforced the wars rather than destroy them, believing that collapse would be worse. And Phila once transferred a cult's new runes, only to discover they were imperfect copies of a language carved into the Underdark millennia ago. The Ember Crown, led by the prince, has Lysa, a fire genasi. Lysa incinerated a fire cult's summoning circle in full view of a city square. The demon manifested partially and was destroyed before it could finish forming. The crowd still cheers when telling the story. Quill, their bard, uncovered that the demon cult had forged a prophecy naming Corvin Hale as their destined foe, hoping to provoke the kingdom into legitimizing them. The revelation became a political scandal. The Gravewind Company once fought through a fortress whose defenders were already dead, animated by a packed demon feeding on command structure and discipline. Maura still carries an unsigned mercenary contract discovered after a cult's defeat. It bore the company's seal dated years in the future. The Sunken Sigil hired to seal a minor demon breach, where Alduin's calculations were perfect and the reality wasn't. The resulting explosion erased a city block and 3 cults at the same time. Alfra, their Asamar, had a demon that refused to attack her, claiming that the light already claimed that soul. No one has explained what that meant. The Verdant Road, another nature-based group, has their party stopped a rural fertility cult from sacrificing livestock and eventually children to a demon of abundance. Talo still visits the region each year to ensure the land stays clean. Anwin once sang down a cult gathering without violence, convincing them the demon had abandoned them. The demon later attempted to curse the bard and failed. Iron and Ink cataloged 12 unrelated cults that shared identical initiation phrasing. Elis suspects a distributed demon intelligence testing recruitment methods. And while reviewing cult records, Thura added a marginal note, only for the ink itself to begin whispering a demon's name. For the Broken Star, the party's defining trauma, an entire city sacrificed in a mass summoning that tore reality. They survived, and the demon did not, but something answered. Cultists still seek one of their members, Vesha Null, believing her to be a living conduit to the catastrophe. Vesha does not deny it. And finally, the Wayfarer's Knot. The Knot once interrupted a demon summoning by arriving early, despite no one knowing the ritual's location beforehand. Thenric witnessed occult prophecy rewrite itself mid-ritual to exclude the Knot entirely, as if fate itself rejected the demon's claim.
Does anybody else have any demon activities? Okay, next.
Listen would actually raise her hand, and she would actually... yeah, she would give a thumbs up. She would sign to Lucelor, specifically. Tell them that there are 2 that follow the party that Cricket was assigned to that I am now with. I showed up and they left after a fight.
Lucelor stands up and tells that to Galena, that the Twilight Vanguard have 2 demons that follow them.
And you guys forgot to mention this?
They attacked us in a night of rain. Once we passed some sort of test that is unknown to me, they fled, but it was a very near thing.
What test? I'm surprised
There-
they fled.
There was a manner of bargain made after our party returned from Shade's Vault deep underneath Galtador. And when that happened, many in our party were afflicted with a kind of sun sickness, an inability to be in direct sunlight. Apparently, as I was not one of them, they were offered a remedy in exchange for a test that would be administered at random to all of us. I don't know the the nature of that agreement, only that only one member of our party remains to whom it was offered. Or two members of our party remain to whom it was offered, and only one member remains who actually accepted it.
Who else was it offered to? I looked to Keldith.
I think Jack?
It was Jack.
Talbot nods.
Oh, I thought you said two remain. Okay, never mind. I got confused by the wording.
Right,
Julie?
because I believe, didn't you say that you had an offer but you didn't take
Nope.
it?
I have no such offer.
Oh. Huh. Never
Talbot
mind.
would turn to
I guess there's only one person who remains, who experienced it, but that's part of the reason that they've stayed with us. We also experienced some activity that felt, I guess, demonic when we were dealing with the ramifications of the Felguard's presence. Didn't we each face a creature that felt demonic?
You mean
Yeah.
in Galtador?
Yes, in Galtador.
Jack and I fought an unborn god, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I fought a skeleton creature that tried to eat me and very nearly succeeded, except for the help of my companion.
And y'all helped me on. Mine was just in a bunch of seaweed. I don't remember what it was though.
Sounds like you guys need to take better notes. Elena
What
just
of the book?
there. Just giving him kind of a look. Okay, for my next question. Have any of your groups come across mentions of previous unnamed or unknown deities?
Actual gods.
Raise his hand. This Frazer Blue doesn't count as a deity, does he?
Well, we didn't get to know. We were informed by the Magister, who is.
Well, yeah. Just
No.
that he mentioned it to us earlier.
Zerblue does not count as a deity.
Talbot would sit back down.
Uh,
He'd look back to the group. I don't know.
Brother Kess loudly proclaims, the deities don't talk to anybody. No. No one here has spoken to deities in millennia.
Well, when I was approaching Shadesfald, I apparently was messaged by my god.
There's
Blinks
several
loudly.
people who turn and look in your direction.
Libellus Enereth. I guess.
That is a deity. Are you certain? And this is Alexander who's asking you.
Yes, Magister, as I told you, when we came to when we came to Mage Cairn.
Would be Rochester, who is the Magister. I'm sorry, child. So let me try and clarify something. The gods have not been present on this planet for more than 10 millennia. About 5 millennia ago is when the last person attempted a deific claim. According to, well, the establishment of the legends. That was when Valterra's North was stricken down.
So nobody here has any communications with any divine beings at all?
Not direct communication. We had, if Wolf counts, then we had a party member, that had voices, and I believe when I was reading her mind once, Lolth, talked to me for a second, but that was about it. And then, well, took her back. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, Olivia was a journey.
But not like active communication currently, but like a one-off kind of short conversation.
Fraz
That's all the
Urbalu is the Prince of Deception. It is his game to pretend to be others, to lead you down the path of belief that you are doing things that benefit the world at large, when in reality you are doing things that benefit him.
Am I still blind at this point?
No. It's been more than an hour. You're no longer blind.
Django raises a hand.
Please.
What of the book? What of the book that was taken by the seer giant?
The book.
Yes.
Rochester pipes up. You mean the map?
Yes,
That has been returned to the city of Galtador, and it is currently being used as a defense mechanism.
It spoke boldly to Gelde in the claiming in the tongue of her god. Is this tied to this demon lord you speak on?
If it spoke in the name of a god, then it is most likely tied to the demon in some way.
And all else I have to offer as your talk of gods is this.
He holds up Yoriduro.
This was forged from the heart of an earth titan struck by the Lord of Storms. The closest I have known is when the rumble of thunder, the stirring of winds, the strength of the storm, when I engage in battle.
The owlbear looks at you.
It's the demonic forces coming.
Chaos, you're roboting.
No, that was my actual voice.
My sympathies then.
Yeah, I
Did
couldn't
not
understand
understand a thing he
thing.
said.
Cool.
Yeah,
He said.
it sounded like you were talking through a sock.
He said it's a good weapon. It'll do great things in the fights to come.
I know I am not of this world, but it is all I have to offer to this talk.
Alexander looks to the gathered forces and he says, well, it is my great dismay to inform you that the bulk of you will be needed in Bakua almost immediately. The fight that is happening there is, for all intents and purposes, a demonic incursion, a great war. And the city of Varkin is all but lost. My good friend, Val, is, for his part, mindless, wandering through the battlefield, slaying any that stand before him. And he looks over to the Twilight Vanguard, breathes heavily, and then looks back to everybody else.
Can Wasen actually say something real quick?
Yep.
I guess mimicking something that she probably heard Val say at the Overwatch at some point would be specifically in Val's voice. He goes, I don't know what you are talking about with the Twilight Vanguard. They are not heroes. They made me kill people when I told them I did not want to, and they justified it. I am never coming back to the Overwatch. That is the end of this. Do not come near me. And yeah, what that Wasen's gonna look over and give Lucifer is that fine? Does my opinion matter? Kind of look.
Alexander looks to listen and says, that was uncalled for in the moment.
She gives 2 thumbs up.
The city of Varkin is most likely entirely lost. Val, one of the princes, the Baron, is mind lost. The region needs more legends, more protectors. The people need us. In the coming weeks, the coming days, you will be deployed to assist wherever you can, in hopes that we're not too late. The Twilight Vanguard, and he gestures to the group in the very back, have discovered a series of large mechanical armor that are to be recovered and to be repurposed. Not everything is lost. Contingency plans are in place.
Django raises another hand.
Please.
Do not forget, in this cavern where the great metal armors are to be found, there is a great store of gems. I believe my companion, Warbeard,
He nods. He throws a head back towards the pew in the back.
has a mind towards gathering these stones. They might perhaps prove a viable resource for commerce, the raising of supplies, or use in battle as a power source.
Thank you, Shango of the Storm Herald. We will keep in mind that these large crystals are there, and if necessary, I will use the gate spell to remove them.
He twitches a bit at this mention of magic. He's pretty sure he knows what that is, having gone through it.
As you will.
Orvax leans forward. Abracadabra.
Do not begin.
Brett runs up to the desk holding one of those gems. Like, here you go. They explode.
I bet they do, little one. And
Goes backwards.
he takes it and he just pushes it up to the side. Now, where was I? Ah, the most probably perilous bit of news that I have. Galena, first before I say anything else, was there anyone else that needed to say anything? No. Understood.
Tango hesitates, then again raises a hand.
Please.
I know that this is a personal matter for me, but I did not arrive in your world, these lands alone. Another of my race, although he is a mockery, an insult. He is in my tongue, a night walker. You know it is a vampire. He is old, cunning, powerful. If there is such an incursion of demons, this may be something he would exploit to weave his poisonous webs. If there are any reports of a creature like myself, dark-skinned, white-haired, and carrying an aura of bloodlust, I would wish to know of them, and for others to be wary if they attempt to engage him. He is not to be taken lightly.
So then let it be known, legends, he's using thaumaturgy. If you just see an anthropomorphic lion, dark skin, light hair, with an aura of bloodlust, do not take him lightly. Report his presence and do not engage unless you are certain that you can eradicate such a threat.
I would not see a threat of my people become a bane to this land.
Is there any other news of such threats amongst anyone else?
Keldith will raise a hand and mention. Oh my gosh, the name is eluding me. The notes that they found of the apparent creature that came through near the armor, if it hasn't been mentioned already.
And it hasn't.
Oh, Thirstworn Eclipsa, the note.
Yes. We found these notes. I thought that was reported.
What notes? Please bring them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to look over at Kata, because I think Kata was the one who copied them.
Yes, and I will bring them up.
Okay. You bring the notes up, and Alexander, Owlbear, the 7 people up at the table read this note together. They mull over the meaning, and they hand your book back to you. And they come to an agreement that is extremely dire. To the point where they redirect. Alexander calls out to the entirety of everyone gathered and states, if you encounter a being that calls itself Thirstworn Eclipsa, do not engage it. I repeat, if you encounter a being that calls itself the Thirstworn Eclipser, do not engage it. It appears to be a vampire that has gained enough power to travel planes and do something unthinkable. He stands up, and the what looks like mirrors, they turn into major illusions. All of them, powered by Rochester and Alexander, and they show an image of the red moon in the sky. Alexander continues. Her note mentions finding a small red crystal and drinking of it. And drinking light. It is my very firm belief that there is no mention of Fraz Erblu in the history of this planet, and no gods in direct communication with anyone on this planet because of a mutual erasure. Fraz is here, somewhere. And that, with no history, he's pointing at one of the screens. That with no creation myths. That floating in your night sky is part of him. And this Thirstworn Eclipse is drinking it. Wherever she finds it, she's drinking it and becoming stronger. He looks a little bit distraught for a moment. Are there any portents amongst you? Any divination wizards? Any fortune tellers? Anyone who's had any prophecies about the moons?
Sees no. Talon looks at Keldith for a moment. Your augury?
I haven't used it to foresee something like that. I glance over at Thorvax. Have you?
Well, there's only one way to find out. I guess Thorvax will offer to use augury to get a wheel or woe question.
Okay. And augury is for within how many days?
Sec.
It's a choice you're going to have in the next hour, I believe.
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's a soon to happen event.
Okay. and it's going to take a look at it. Oh yeah, within the next 30 minutes. Okay. All right, yeah. So Augury comes up with an inconclusive result.
Yep. Figured as much.
He gives you a kind smile. Thank you for that. Has anyone received any prophecies? The other 12 parties all shake their heads. Wait. If you do, implore you, inform us, inform all of the legends immediately, should you receive such information.
Oh, wasn't the Cyclops a psychic?
She was.
Okay. Thorvex will what was her name?
I think we just knew her as the like Oracle of the Cyclops. I don't know if we had a.
Yeah, I don't think she gave name.
There was an oracle, the one that wielded the book of Dwarven skin. Taken. She was of the fortune-telling persuasion.
Well, you worked with Artemis.
Rochester pipes up. Artemis?
We've met her a few times. Never in the right order, I think. It is hard to know, but she did give this oracle, or maybe the oracle divined it herself, of a fight coming to Galtador in is it 3 days now? 3 days, I think, from the cult that we mentioned earlier.
Elena pipes up. Alexander, I wonder if that's the same Artemis that we had dealings with.
Does sound like her. She appears a strikingly beautiful woman.
Indeed. Did you meet her kind of in a hut? Wandering across a bridge, maybe?
Wandering across a bridge with a oh so wonderful illusion.
Indeed.
She has not changed her ways. She is a fortune teller. Has she given you any fortunes regarding the moon? DM, yes, she has.
Indeed. And you look at like Kata like ruffling through her bag of like notes and copied papers from her bag of holding. It's in here somewhere. I try and take notes when I can, but there's just like so many copied papers, maps, and things from all of our journeys. It's Keldis, do you remember what the moon thing was?
I believe we each got our own ones way back, but I I don't believe I've seen Artemis since then.
Oh, and we had to find something. What did we have to find?
There was a green place that we were supposed to find, and a seed we were supposed to plant. But
You're also supposed to look for the marks of divinity, the Panthearmos.
Yeah,
yes,
that.
You did tell us.
Yeah, my memory is not great with these kind of things. That's why I write things down. But now I can't find the paper I wrote them down on. They're here somewhere.
I'm not so great at that either since the headband went away. Oh. You still have it, right?
Were you given any sort of date, any sort of event?
Oh, there's something about... Oh, I can't remember.
An eclipse. What eclipse?
Oh, this was something that was told directly to you. Oh.
I know.
I'm trying.
I think it's also when I had the headband of intellect, and now.
Yeah, for real. I'm over here being like, Poor Keldis.
I'm gonna kind of look
Losing that band was really hard.
Are you guys talking about the original thing that Alexander told us way back when about the moon?
No. This happened when you and Val, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went
Oh.
one direction and then you came back from a different direction. And I can't remember everything that you told us.
Yeah, that's when I finally, because I ate something, and they kind of came rushing back.
Yeah, you ate,
the citrus.
Yeah. I remember that. Well, I remember you eating it and then getting your memories back.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can't I find what I wrote about this?
Let's see if I can do this.
Sorry, one more time. What are we looking for right now?
The information.
What information?
Regarding any sort of prophecies you have regarding the moon.
Moon. So the only thing I can remember is just really what Alexander Corvus told us about something like I guess a single drop of red falling into the world.
That was a cutscene.
Oh,
and we were informed about it just now when they were talking about Thirstborn Eclipse drinking.
Apologies, I mixed the two.
Above table, I have brain fog.
Okay.
So
I'll remind you. Cursar the 13th. The Night of Ascension. Is going to be an eclipse. And that is the day that she states civilization will end. Likely.
Sorry, could I get that date again?
Yeah,
Cursar,
the 19th?
13th.
13th.
The Night of Ascension.
The Night of Ascension.
Yep. Got eclipse day that civilization will end. Okay. Thank you, Chaos.
Yep. That gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months in game.
Yeah. And then I will thank you for the reminder, but then I will relay that to them.
Okay. And that bit of information is all that is necessary for a murmur to start at the head table and amongst the religious in, well, for those of you in the party, please give me a religion check if you are trained in religion or proficient in religion.
Would you roll for me since I wasn't able to?
Yeah, I can roll for you.
Thank you.
Yep. A 21 for Keldith. And a 15 for Thorvax. Thorvax, that's going to be good enough for you as well. The 13th of Cursar, the Night of Ascension, is a religious holiday. It's the day of the dead. The day that the goddess of death attained godhood. And if there's some sort of apocalyptic world-ending event that is going to happen on that day, the gods aren't here. It may have something to do with some sort of god. Or goddess. Specifically, the goddess of death.
The goddess of death is coming back?
Potentially. Or being created anew.
As fuzzy.
That sounds bad. And Keldith is going to mention the date and just as a reminder add the significance because can't assume that everybody knows what that means.
The other religious people, there are several religious people in some of the other party members, including Halan, turns back and he's got a panicked look in his eye as well. This is not a good thing. Is it a new ascension? Is this a Karsus kind of deal? Is someone taking her mantle, or is she coming back?
That would be the question.
What does this have to do with the eclipse? There's a big a swell of commotion now. I'm gonna add a good 20 minutes onto the clock before it can get calmed back down. Alexander casts a pall of silence, literally silence over the entire room. It won't do us much good to speculate without further information. Information best obtained through research, through notes, through communication. Unfortunately, the largest swath of the information we can obtain right now is going to be in Bakua, where the demons are surging forth from the pits of the Western Mountains. If you're ready to go and fight, then I encourage you to go and join the forces there. You have other things to attend to, other missions that you have not yet completed. And they are of urgent life, limb. Please attend to them first. If you have information you learn about the eclipse, about this Thirstworn Eclipser. He pauses for a moment, thinking about the name. Of this Leonin that bears some uncanny similarities. Report it immediately.
His name is Varys Iron Soul.
Varys Iron Soul. Report.
Forgive, it is not our way to name one such as he that dishonors my people.
Report. Communicate. Quickly. Do not leave information hanging. It does no one good to hold back the information. It only harms. If you're requesting immediately travel to Bakua, then you can meet us at the teleportation circle, and we'll prepare the teleportation immediately. What's his name? Hang on just a second. I'm gonna look at NPC names. Specifically the Ember group. Prince Corvin Hale of the Ember Crown has agreed to allow us to use a teleportation circle to the city of Arakanth in central Bakua. Well, central eastern Bakua. This will get us partially to the fight It will still be a journey, but we will at least be on the continent. Considering that Varkan Arkan is not accessible through our teleportation circle at current, this will be our best point of entry. Prepare yourselves for a long fight. He stands up. And that would be the point where Galena.
Yep.
Has somebody else who speaks. Her eyes flash a platinum white. Did you have something prepared for him?
No.
Okay.
But you did.
He looks out across the group, and you all feel the weight of the presence of a god in the room. Coming from Galena. Give me one moment while I think about what he's going to say.
What, Owen? Is that you?
That would be a no.
He's the only god that matters. He gives us money. Gold and diamonds. Rubies and
I gotta
sapphires.
save my knife.
I've done well. I've gotten rich.
All right. Galena's voice is far deeper than the voice that she addressed you with earlier as she sweeps her vision across the room. Champions of the Legends of the Realms, you stand tonight at the hinge of an age. Large spectral wings unfurl behind her, not in threat, but almost like in a benediction, casting the entire room in an argent light. The host you face is not merely a gathering of demons, it is a symptom, a tremor before a deeper shifting of the world's foundations.
Forces long buried stir beneath the veil. Old hungers test their chains. Know this. The enemy you meet soon is not the true storm. It is the wind that precedes it, and yet this wind must be broken. For if it is not, the storm will find fertile ground.
His gaze moves across all of you. Thorvax, the vanguard legends whose names are carved into history.
You've been tempered by trial. You've walked through shadow and flame. You have slain horrors, would unmake lesser souls, and you still rise alone.
Of pride rolls in his chest.
Do not mistake the coming battle for an ending. It is a warning, a sealing, a declaration to whatever watches that this world is not yet theirs to claim.
His voice deepens, resonant as a cathedral bell.
Stand firm, strike true, and let the abyss learn fear. Eyes upon this world that remember it differently than you do. Eyes that wait. Eyes that covet. Your victories will not silence them, but it will remind them mortals still have teeth.
And he lifts his head, Galena's head, and a silver fire glows in her throat. Glows like a rising dawn.
Go now, rest, and steel yourselves. For when the sun rises, you'll not merely defend the realm, you will define it.
And then she blinks a couple of times and her eyes go back to normal. And that presence fades.
Lena kind of shakes herself like, oh, I wish he would give me a warning before he did that.
So that was the presence of a god.
Alvon turns to Thorvax. Oh, sorry, is Thorvax still next to us, or?
Yep.
I assume so.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. He whispers to Thorvax. What just happened?
I believe a god spoke through her. She was from another planet. The planet blew up. She is here. Still tethered to her god. I think.
I felt that, like, in my chest. Did you? And he kind of looks to everybody.
Keldith almost has looks like the spiral eye emoji. Still ringing.
Halan gets up from his seat and he walks up to the table and starts to talk to the starts to talk, and he volunteers to immediately go to the front. And Zemos walks up with him. So at least two people you know stood and offered to immediately go and fight against this incursion of demonic forces.
Keldith is going to look at the members of the team. Whatever we do together.
How about nods in agreement?
Jen, go.
There are words we would have first, but not here.
Listen.
Alyssyn has not been with you guys this entire time. She's been sitting with Lucidor's party. Specifically on Lucidor.
I believe we still have the we should still have the
earrings.
I was gonna say do we still have the
psychic link?
Telepathy? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Oh, you've not heard a word directly from Alyssyn since she's mocked Val. You don't get an answer.
Okay.
Wow. I wonder how long my mic hasn't been working.
Probably just now. I heard a boop.
Okay. Because I tried to say some stuff earlier, and I don't know if I got responses or not. But
probably
not. Which is awesome. Too late now. It is not working. It only lasts an hour, and I think.
Oh, yeah, that is definitely not working.
Okay,
if she hears you through the earring, she's gonna then put the earring on Lucidor and have him answer.
You hear Lucidor's voice. I don't think Listen is in a mood to talk right now. Not sure what to tell you.
We go have these words now. You four, with me.
Well, we can't. We unless I get agreement, I'm not going to have us step into this breach when people aren't committed to doing it.
Very well, then I shall speak here. You, Keldith, you have committed a grave sin against Lessin and owe her an apology.
Pardon?
While I was not within the sorcerer's hut that Kada erected, I still could hear. I distinctly recall words spoken that, given her presence of only an hour, her opinion mattered little. To my view, this is a distinct failing as a leader or director or whatever you call yourself now.
Talbon hears this and shoots Shango a sharp glare.
Well, if you would, Perhaps it seems to you that I performed some sort of grave offense, but I also felt that an offense was committed against me, and that I had the right to defend myself against such an offense from somebody who does not know me, and could not have known me, for they only arrived recently. That I introduced myself, and then was told that I was insufficient. And this may not mean much to you, but I have had, over the last few weeks, quite a few of my members lured away by dark forces, obliterated in front of my eyes. Perhaps you don't understand what it's like to watch the people that you're responsible for, that you care for, horribly disappear, and then get told afterwards that you're just not doing it enough, based off of a fraction of a moment. So I apologize in the sense that it seemed that I was acting inappropriately, but I feel that I was, in fact, defending my own honor, defending the team that I've poured a lot of myself into, from somebody who does not know me and jumped to conclusions on the basis of what has been a pretty brutal set of weeks for me. In addition to having been under the influence of a cursed item that I didn't even realize was warping my judgment, right after I had to deal with the loss of teammates in the darkness. So perhaps, yes, I took that more personally than I should have. But perhaps kindness is owed when you're not sure what you're entering into. Perhaps it is possible to try to build bridges when you come on board a team, instead of assuming things about the people who are there.
And yet, you make assumptions now. You claim I do not know what it means to witness the loss of loved ones.
I did not say that. I said maybe you don't understand how I feel. I did not say that you didn't or that you did, because I don't know you, and so I cannot speak for you. But I found it a little unfortunate that Lysen felt comfortable saying that to me when she does not know me. And I've had this happen with previous members who join not knowing me and then feel very comfortable telling me the ways in which I'm inadequate. And I accept that there are things I can't do as leader. And maybe I'm not the best person, but I am the person this group chose. I didn't force myself. I didn't demand it. I was chosen by my team. And until they choose someone else over me, I'm going to try my best to do right by them. And I've always tried to do my best by them. And I understand if some people feel that's inadequate, but I can feel very judged by someone who has barely gotten to know my name and then immediately talked about the ways in which I'm not good enough. And if that's a problem, to feel like that's that's a little bit out of pocket when I'm trying to get to know people and trying to bind a team together when we have had some catastrophic losses, including a member that I have been with from the very beginning, walking out and I don't know where he went. Members that I've had weeks of adventures with, lured by dark forces to who knows where. Members that I promised to help, that I did help, giving them access to things and possibilities of things that we were supposed to bond with, that we were supposed to assist with, and then watching them get obliterated into shadow. Okay, I am not saying that I'm perfect, but I am saying that I'm a real person who's just trying. And I don't know if I deserve to be treated like like if I don't get it all right the first time, that I'm not good enough. I don't think I would do that to you either. I don't think I have done that to you or Thorvax or Lisanne to tell you that you guys are all inadequate for whatever at first glance because you were hurt in that combat. It's not my responsibility to tell you the ways in which you're deficient. My job is to help build you up and to talk about how you can make us better. But I think it would be very rude of me to do anything else. And that's not the person I am.
I make no judgments upon what I've heard. I only make upon what I've seen. And since my joining, I have seen very little of you expressing interest or attempts to bond with myself, with Thorvax. And yes, Lisanne is different, I will not deny. But if you are so easily unsettled emotionally that you would demean her as having no opinion of worth simply because she was sent by another, your superior, and you perhaps dislike this, or simply do not take well to her forward tone, so be it. But there is more than this. Why did you not share that those two strike during nights of rain, and that they had some sort of blood feud with us? We were attacked in the night. I spent the majority of that battle trapped, helpless, nearly slain at the mercy of a foe. And now we learn of portents of doom, of information you have held for a very long time, my understanding is clear, that has now disturbed the higher council of the legends. What I have heard is much justification and rationalization for poorly made choices. But you are not alone in this. You share some as well, Talvon.
Talvon raises his hand hearing this. You're absolutely right. Jack isn't here, but I did accept that deal. I guess, and he kind of scratches his head a little bit. I neglected to say anything. Honestly, because they haven't shown themselves as mortal threats, really more just, again, as they said, testing and training, but that doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't know this. And for my lack of what's the word error of omission, I apologize, because you should have known about that. Thirstborn Eclipse, though, we all learned in the Thirstborn we learned about together, but no, Meager and Jamal, that is on me.
We were all within that cave, the crystal cavern. Yet I recall nothing said of this thirst world spoken until now. What is more?
No?
Yeah, no, we read that aloud. That was
Yeah.
all read aloud, yeah. Mhm.
Were you and Thorvax and Jeziel talking about the crystals?
Yeah, I think you guys, like, we quite literally said that we found notes. There was definitely no denial of this
Actually,
information.
I'm gonna correct something via my own notes here.
They
You
weren't in
guys
the room.
read that aloud when Jeziel and Shengo notably went upstairs to check on Riel, and even when Chaos said, "Oh, you, this looks important," you still read the information and then you didn't tell anyone else, according to my notes. But I'll go back to the question.
Half the group was not in the room when the note was read.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, I don't recall that. I apologize. I thought we were all on the
Definitely
same.
thought we were all on the same.
They were just kind of like on different sides of the large area. So yeah, no, that was my mistake.
Okay. I mean, Kata, it was Kata who found them, but I guess, yeah.
The point I come to is you claim that we have to make this decision as a group, but from my observations, we have not functioned well as a group. All of us have a hand in this. Perhaps my point of view differs since I am not from this world, but I only speak as to what I've seen, what I've heard. You owe Lysen an apology, and if the times you have spent in recent days or weeks have left you so deeply scarred, then you should consider that you are not fit to speak as a director or leader if you are so unsettled already.
Talvon would speak up at this point. Now, hold on a second, because just a moment ago, you said, and I agree with you on this, we all play parts here. Things were said on both parts by people who just arrived and people who have been here a very long time. Emotions ran high with reasonable concerns. And if we're all committed to moving forward, I think we can do that together as a group. But holding on to past grudges is going to bring us nowhere.
No.
If Lysen wants an apology, I think she can offer one as well, being that she was quick to judge based on coming in here quickly. And Keldith, I see no reason why she wouldn't apologize because of misunderstandings as well. Because that's what this is. Misunderstandings.
Why did you never then ask her? When she arrived, she clearly displayed much information and knowledge of us. Perhaps she had been briefed by the owlbear, perhaps she had been watching us, and she intervened in that battle as it was going poorly on our side against this Meager and Jamal, as you call them. I don't deny that what she said could have been angering, but you responded petulantly, childishly. You could have asked, why do you speak so? Defend your position and then discuss it as equals. But no, what I saw was the action of one who felt embarrassed or slighted and merely dismissed and then walked away.
I didn't walk anywhere.
I do not mean physically. The point I come to is I have seen many actions, many choices that are unwise and selfish by all of us. And if this does not change, if this is not spoken on and rectified, then I have no desire to remain with this and shall go forth to the battlefield at least by my own choosing.
The owlbear walks up to the group and tells you to take it further into the back or take it outside.
As you wish, Owlbear.
And Shango just starts walking to the door.
Shango will walk. Tavon will walk as well.
Inferred sneak behind them.
What's your passive stealth for?
Card.
I don't know you. I don't have. I'm not a foundry.
Orvax is gonna go pass around his business cards to everyone.
Oh no.
All right, so Thorvax goes.
Prices on enchantment.
Thorvax just starts walking around, passing out around business cards.
Oh wait, hold on. As Thorvax is walking past Olsen and Luthor, can I steal something off of him?
Thorvax, I need 2 perception checks.
If you should roll them for me. Oh god.
Let's
Minimum 30, Thorvax.
see. Your maximum is 25.
Okay, yeah, so I lose.
I'm taking his belt off.
You have a chance with Lucidor. No, his minimum is 19. He rolled a 24. So I'll roll a perception check. For whatever he decides to take from you. You rolled a 19. You don't see what he took from you either.
How long does it take until Thorvax's pants come off?
I guess it depends on how well tailored his pants are.
He is a wealthy businessman. They're fitted. Also some suspenders underneath.
Oh, with suspenders. So he's got belts and suspenders. So his pants stay up. But you got a nice belt, a really nice belt.
How dare you?
Listen, offers it to Luthor.
That was handcrafted dragon leather. All right.
He gives you one of the what are they called? One of your coins, your favorite coins. He gives you one of his favorite coins with a dry smile.
Just robbing the cleric blind.
You walked past 2 rogues. What do you think's gonna happen? Next time my hand is going into another pocket.
Zoop. You walk past a very loud, boisterous bird. Hi, Vicky. Hi.
Oh my god, no, get the bird out. Yucky bird. Yucky bird.
Yes, Null. Because Null said it, I want to talk up the bird.
No,
If he
no.
needs any,
Yucky bird. Yucky bird. Go back
Have you
to
thought about putting
Evabar.
Mithril on the beak?
Yeah, what?
Go back to Evabar.
Mithril. Mithril is a nice metal. On a beach.
Yes. No, on your face part.
On the beak. Mithril,
Yes.
Mithril on the beak. Does sound like a great thing.
Right. You can also put some gemstones, and then you could enchant the gemstones. Yes.
I don't think this would help me in a fight.
If you enchanted the gemstones with, say, Fireball or a shield spell, absolutely.
This would hurt Icky. Icky punches things.
Adamantine gauntlets. I can get you a nice pair set up.
Icky does not have money.
We can work something out for a favor.
You can talk to Icky's captain. And he points right behind you to a haggard-looking sea captain.
How's your... You have a vessel?
Captain Jorah looks at you. What did the bird say?
That he is short on coin, but not on gusto. And could use a new pair of adamantine gauntlets.
Hey, we could all use something fancy like that now, couldn't we?
I can get you good on a good deal.
Right. We're not stupid, son. We know who you are. We do shipping. We do shipping for you, up and down the coast.
Fantastic! I can give you an employee discount.
He reaches out and he taps your hand, taps your shoulder. Where is Ferd?
She's coming up behind Thorvax. He stopped to talk, so he's distracted.
Yep.
What does he have that looks interesting?
Thorax has lots of things.
Lots of things, lots of gemstones. He looks rich when you look at him, so he does not look like he belongs.
With an adventuring party.
With an adventuring party. I was gonna go into more detail on what, like, when he's in his cleric outfit. It's woven platinum. Like platinum woven to a silk fine, and then that's what he wears. He basically wears money.
What kind of shoes is he wearing? Do they have buckles or ties? Or...
I think there would be slip-on boots, in case he has to, go outside, fight monsters or whatnot, inspect a mine.
He does have a couple of buttons on those suspenders, though.
Oh, she's totally undoing those buttons.
All right, so sleight of hand check versus a maximum 25 perception check. So I'll roll your perception check for you. All right, perception check, normal. I got a 16 for your perception check. And then we need okay, I guess I'm rolling your sleight of hand, right, for it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm playing both sides.
So it's all your fault.
Yeah. For its sleight of hand is a 21. You take a couple of more steps after Captain Jorah or Captain Reed and Icky politely decline the adamantine gauntlets, and your pants start to slip down.
I'm gonna look around for a little scurrying critter, because I remember missing some favor coins after speaking to somebody. I don't have proof.
Your belt is missing.
And if you look farther back on the views, you definitely see, like, Listen probably letting Lucifer try it on too.
Lucifer wraps the belt around his waist.
Well, he's adjusting his hands first. Probably gonna reach into a pocket and see if there's any gems or anything.
You've done enough already.
Chaos, for my own curiosity on something, I don't know if you saw one of my DMs. Is there by chance a little red panda watching this? Because I know a creature that's very, very nosy about what would be happening here in his absence.
In the southern corner, we'll say right here.
Wonderful. You're my hero. That's so funny. That is a.
We
I'll
will
go back.
also say that there is a artillerist in here, and who else? There was an artillerist and a warlock.
Warlock and a paladin.
Yep.
Do we get to fight him?
Okay. Yep. Let's go resolve the issue.
He said yes. You heard that, guys. We get to fight them.
Let's go resolve the issue. Shango has walked towards the door, and no one walked with him.
Apologies. I verbally I said it. I did not move Talvon. I ran to the kitchen. Yep.
The little red panda in the corner of the room is picking up small jelly filled donut holes.
Icarus is absolutely having a snack. The most reliable reporter I've ever met in my life. I trust this man.
Listen.
Lucelor looks up at you, and he says, he just softly shakes his head and says, she does not want to talk to them. If you use the earring, I can relay. But I understand.
And Kato will just like stare at Listen, like, y'all gotta work this out. Like, being grumpy about it isn't gonna solve anything.
Yeah, she'll look over to you and she'll actually speak and go, I do not have an issue with you. I would prefer to stay here. I was only there temporarily. It is no longer going to be my problem. I will consult Cricket and Owlbear. This is actually the first time I've been in the room with Owlbear. Lucelo, should I go say hello with my actual face for once? Do you think he would like that?
He probably actually might. To see you for the first time.
Yeah, I'm going to go that way. You have fun with that. Lucella, you want to come with me?
He stands up.
Yeah, she's then going to disguise self to make herself look like Lucelor. Okay, join everyone up front then, as Lucelor. The two Lucelors. Probably go grab Cricket as well at the same time.
3 Lucelors.
Three
Did
Lucelors.
Thorvac make any deals?
He probably got 1 or 2 deals. Especially, hang on, with this guy. The Prince of a Kingdom.
Nice.
We are right here. Okay. Keldith, Talvan, Shango, and Kata.
Yeah.
Above table, I'm surprised Kate is still here. I thought she was leaving.
Yeah, same.
Midnight.
No, it's Central Time, babe.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Dango, if you're talking, you're muted.
Oh, I know. I was just waiting.
Well, it seems like everyone wants to just not try and fix this issue.
Are you saying this in our? Oh no, go. Saying this is Kata, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Talvan just kind of looks around a little bit confused. Lisen's not here, but she wants an apology?
No, I am saying you should give her one.
And I understand, but I also think again that I'm going to request an apology for being judged so quickly.
And you feel your actions thus far are free or not worth of judgment?
I believe from Lisen, no. You have every right to judge me, Shango. I haven't been on the ball, and I know that. I know that because I have been really wrapped up in a lot of pain that I experienced before you joined. And that has disconnected me from my role. But, you know, trauma is what you make it. So, I will try better, which is the only thing I can offer to do. And I do not mind apologizing to Lisen if she's willing to apologize to me, because I do think it was inappropriate to come with such judgment so quickly. And regardless of whether or not she'd gotten research or background on us, if that's the case, then being aware of the situation that has been going on with this team before she arrived, I think that it would be fair to request that there be a little bit of give, a little bit of grace. Maybe that's too much to ask, but it hasn't been easy. And I, again, offer to you, to Thorvax, your own grace for whatever mistakes will come, because they will.
Then I shall state what I have seen and allow you a moment of reflection. Talvan, you were selfishly focused upon the rescue of your father.
I don't deny that. I saw I saw the augury from the deck, and I panicked, and everything focused on that.
To the point that you even acted with exceptional rudeness by my view to Jeziel. And as a group, you also allowed this personal vendetta, this mission, to make you break focus on a clear and present threat to innocent villagers. Those Grung did not need to die and be consumed or scattered to the winds.
Talbot kind of looks at him. He looks pensive for a moment, thinking to himself, but then he also focuses back on Shango. I don't deny that I had a single focus in order to rescue my father, but you didn't see what I saw initially. And if you'd seen that and you knew that your family was in danger, then I think you would have acted. But again, that's only what I chose to do. I'm glad that the group, and he gestures to everybody, chose to do this with me, but don't make a mistake. I don't regret my actions. I only regret the fact that those actions resulted, and he kind of looks down, in catastrophe. Actions have consequences, and I own up to mine. I'm not blind to any of this, and this will be a learning experience for me. But again, one of the tenets from the legends is clarity, and I think that it's important to have that clarity, the full clarity of who it is that you're judging before you cast such harsh words, because again, those words, when said, can often be taken back. Now, again, I know that, again, words have been spoken on both sides. And if we are truly committed to moving forward, then we need to put this behind us and commit to doing the best that we can for Atune. I don't deny that Keldith has had that desire from the beginning. We all saw that that book, that vile book, was cursed, but we didn't know that until, again, Thorvax was able to point us in that direction. What we don't know can literally cost lives, and we have learned that, and we're continuing to learn that. But the last thing that I think any of us needs is such harsh judgment from people that we're supposed to be working with. Again, on both sides, and we can move forward past this, but to continue to cast such dispersions, I think, is just poisonous to the group.
You term it harsh or cruel, but I say that if any of us who take to this particular path we are on, if you cannot face an honest and often brutal question, then you should not be upon this path. I am fully prepared to accept if a genuine fault of mine is brought to light that I could not see, then I would accept it. There is no dishonor in a mistake, only in not paying heed to when it is brought to your attention. I have seen much since joining you all, and I felt now was the time to speak. And if you want another honest assessment, I have heard you and Keldith both speak, and you claim to accept a fault, but I hear many words tempering of perhaps, maybe, if. This strikes to me as though you are hearing, but not agreeing or not considering the opposing view.
Agreeing and considering are, I think, two completely different things. I consider your position, but I don't have to agree with it. We do have differing positions on this. But again, I think we have similar goals in that all we want to do at the end of the day is to help this world. I think that, and he kind of puts a hand over his chest, I'm so grateful for this life. I have any kind of gestures to Keldith, someone that I care more about than words, and a world and a family that I would do anything to protect. And I just want to pay that forward. And I think one of the things that attracted me to Keldith when I first met her was that desire to help as well. That and the fact that she kind of told me a winning move in Dragon Chess, which thank you, by the way. But again, there's no need to view each other so harshly. Mistakes have been made, but mistakes provide clarity in their own right to do better next time. And despite those mistakes, we have done a lot to help people. And I don't think that should be dismissed. But again, mistakes happen, mistakes will happen, and we will continue to learn from them. But it doesn't change the fact that we are here to help.
Very well, I shall leave it at that. It is simply my way that when I see a problem, I do not, as your tongue says, beat around the bush. I believe if there is something at flaw or fault, it is to be confronted and overcome.
I agree with that 110%, Shango.
Make of my words or my position what you will, and we shall see what comes of it then.
Indeed. Talvan nods and kind of smiles.
And at this point, Shango's just going to step outside. I think he's concluded with the discussion for now.
Well, we still need to figure out what we're going to do next.
Yeah,
People are already going to Aqua.
there are a couple of missions that we still have to do.
That will be on our next session. It is midnight.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us this week. I hope you all have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Friday for more Legends.